Hey everyone, this is my review for the Lug Avion. Ha, just kidding. It's actually my review for the Arpeggio, the new lug bag that was just released a couple of weeks ago. I have it here inside the Avion that you see in front of you, just so you can get a sense of the size difference, trying to compare the size of the bag between the two. The Avion here that you see in the blue and the shimmer navy is definitely the larger bag, and the reason why I have them here is because inside the Avion, nestled inside, is the Arpeggio, and that's the guy we're going to talk about today. So it is just so much bigger, the Avion rather is that much bigger that it can fit an entire fully packed Arpeggio inside. So as far as I'm concerned, they're very much a similar bag. So if you happen to have the Avion, it's very similar. There's the Arpeggio there. The layout's very similar. The shape, obviously, we saw, it's very, very similar. It is a very sort of classic tote style bag. It's probably more the small to medium end of the tote style bags that Lug has. There is another bag called the Apollo, which I think might be closer in size. I feel like it might be a bit smaller, but I don't have it. I only have the Avion. So even the layout on the inside of the two bags are very, very similar. Like all the organizational pockets are very similar. So if you happen to have one, you like that style, you like that organization, this is the smaller version of the Avion. So it can be more of a purse as opposed to an overnight tote. Or a work bag. This is just a little bit smaller, but it has very, very similar features on the inside. It's a couple of different features on the outside, but overall it really has a very similar sort of functionality. The other bag that I guess is similar in as far as style that exists right now is, well, not similar style, but similar shape, is the Peakaboo, which again, this is the clear Peakaboo, and again, just to give you a size, I'm just going to put one into the other so you can see just how much bigger one is. And I'm getting the strap stuck here. So this is a very packed Arpeggio. Hang on here. Oh, I was able to get it in earlier. Hang on, just give me a second. It does fit, but it is a little bit smaller. So, there we go. Okay, so that is a packed Arpeggio sitting inside a Peakaboo. So if you're someone who doesn't want to have people see inside their Peakaboo or you need a bag, you can actually fit an Arpeggio in there. So that's another bag that's in sort of the round right now that they still sell. The other bag that I find is similar is the gondola. Both the gondolas have similar organization inside, but this is a sort of more sleek, more I guess sort of classy bag than the other, like the gondola, which is more slouchy and a little more casual. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you on the outside, then on the inside. I've packed it completely with all sorts of things so you can sort of see what size all the pockets are and how you could possibly use it. I'm probably going to use this more as a purse versus an actual tote bag. It'll be one of those bags that I will use if I'm, God forbid, going to a funeral, or if I have to go somewhere a little nicer, but I don't want to carry a really small bag. I need to have a whole bunch of stuff with me, like a pair of shoes to change into, a sweater, you know, maybe a little snack because I'm out all day. So this is sort of the bag. I'm hoping this will be that sort of, you know, nicer bag that isn't quite so toady, but isn't, you know, pursy either, sort of that in between. So anyway, so I'm going to take it to the outside, we'll go on the inside. I've completely packed it, like I said, so you can really get a sense of just how much fits into this puppy. So let's go to the outside first. So the outside pocket here is really quite big. It's got that basket weave quilt, and it's got a little bit of padding, so you can probably put some delicate stuff in there. This is a removable, I don't know, I guess it's, right now it's acting as a zipper pull, but you can take it off. And if you're wondering what it looks like, it actually has a loop. So theoretically, I guess you could put another, like a D-ring or another key ring through that, and it can be a keychain that you can hang elsewhere. You can take it off. You can put on a different, like a key fob thing or a change purse or a bag charm. So what I've got in this front pocket, I can fit an entire coupe. Now this is not a full coupe, but it is a coupe, and it does fit completely, and it zippers really easily. So that's about the size that you've got there. This front pocket has a completely full, oh, I forgot, I also have a medium size transport, You can also fit a medium size seesaw in here as well. So it's the medium size in the transport, and it's the larger one of the two in the seesaw. So it's that longer sort of rectangle size. So if it were full, now I had this empty with the coupe, it does fit. So if this were fuller without the coupe, this would make a really good organizational pocket. So if you're one of these people who needs to go from purse to purse and you want to have all your stuff in one so you can just move easily, that's where that could easily go. This, like I said, has an actual built-in wallet. So you can see there's a slot for your bills right here. And then there are 6 card slots right here. And at the moment, I don't have anything in it except for the cute little card that it came with. Tell me that's not sweet. So that is what came with the bag. I'm going to keep that there for now. The back pocket here has a little bit of a fleece, sort of soft lined layer on this side, like on the closest to the wallet side. This is just that brushed nylon that you see at the back. And it's big enough you can not fit this guy easily. You could probably fit the small of the two of these, either the small seesaw or the smallest transport in there if you wanted. Sunglasses, cell phone if you wanted. So that's the front pocket. The other pocket, which is the typical sort of lug cell phone pocket, I have a tram in here. I was able to fit an entire tram into that pocket. This is not one of the bigger cell phone pockets. It is definitely big enough for all the big phones. If you happen to have a lot packed in this bag, which I do, and you have a big, chunky, thick case, which I do, the magnet won't close. You can put it in, it'll go all the way down, it'll cover, but you just won't be able to get that magnetic little tab closed very easily, especially because if it's packed on the inside and packed in the front pocket. This pocket goes all the way down, so it kind of eats into the space of the front pocket and of the contents inside. So if you have a thin phone, you're totally fine. If you have a really thick phone, you're not really sure, you could easily put it in this front pocket down here where it would be a little bit safer. So I'm going to flip it around to the back. I'm going to show you the back. This is one of my favorite pockets on this bag. There's a really long, wide pocket here. This goes all the way down to the very bottom of the bag. This has one of my favorite features that Lug makes. It has a little flip top, little full top right above the zipper. So you could theoretically put long, taller items that don't fit all the way down, put it underneath, and still be able to zip that closed because it would still sit in the pocket. So every once in a while you have that thing where it just doesn't quite zip because it's a little too long. Most bags have a zipper and it's sewn right there. This one has a little extra lip that you can just flip that over and put it in. I have a very thick, chunky, sticky, rubbery iPad Air 2 with a really thick case. It does fit in this pocket. It just goes in tight. So you really have to struggle and stuff it in, but you can actually do it. But it just isn't one of those ones you can pull your iPad in and out unless you have a really slippery case. I have the largest transport envelope in here. So that's the big, big, big one. And that easily fits without even having to go up into the lip. There's also a trolley strap with a little Velcro tab there. So that's the organization on the back. I'm going to flip over the bottom here. This has, I don't know what that is. This is brand new. So it has 4 gunmetal feet. No plastic coating. But just in case you're wondering, the little feet, there's a little saying right there, and I don't know if I'll be able to get this up to show you, but it says, "Live life in color," which is hilariously cute and a fun little detail that Lug put in there. Speaking of details, you can also see the very front here, the Lug logo is in a gunmetal, and it's the cursive. So it's not the old sort of rectangular one there that you see on most bags. This is their newest, I guess, stylization of the logo. So that just sort of classes up the whole bag a little bit, which is really, really quite nice. And I like it because, like I said, I was hoping that I was going to use this bag for sort of more nice occasions, more fancy occasions. So there's the top zipper. I have totally stuffed this. I'm going to show you how much I was able to put inside this bag. So in it right now, I have a hoodie. I have another thick fleece sweatshirt. So that's 2. And a 3rd thick sweatshirt. So then I can fit 3 whole sweatshirts, and I have a bunch of other stuff in here as well. So let's look. Actually, I'm going to flip this around to this side first. So this is the front wall. So the very front wall here has plastic see-through clear view pockets. I have stuffed them with a few things I'm hoping you'll recognize. It is one long zipper with a divider in the middle. So there's a slot here and a slot here. This slot is the same width as the Rodeo 2. Now the Rodeo 2 is just a little taller than the zipper, so the whole zipper doesn't come across, but just to get a sense of the width of it, so that easily fits into one pocket. The other pocket I have the small transport. It fits, but I think if it were full it probably wouldn't fit, but definitely it's too tall. So both of those were too tall, but again, just to give you the width of the actual size of that pocket. So it's one long zipper that goes across the entire length, but is divided by stitching right down the middle, so you end up having 2 pockets. So that's one. There is no pocket. There are no pockets underneath, so it's just empty space that you can use, which I actually prefer because it gives me a little bit more space for bigger, bulkier items. On this side here, on the back wall, are a whole bunch of other fun little pockets. Similar configuration to, like I said, the Avion and the Gondola and all these types of bags. So in this side, there is a mesh pocket, so it's totally breathable, see-through. It's got its own gusset. I was able to put a tandem in there and zip it. It's not a full wallet, but it's zipped shut. The other side has 3 pockets, and it's got right now the back one has a kick flip, the middle one has a handspring, and the bottom pocket here has a handspring mini. So the top one is really, really tall. It can fit, like I said, it's not a full one, but it will fit a pretty thick, chunky wallet. The middle one actually has a little bit of a soft line there, so I guess you could put another cell phone, or maybe, I don't know, maybe an iPad mini. It also has 2 hidden pen slots right there, sort of shoved in the corner, and then the bottom one is a little bit shorter, and it's and that's definitely big enough to fit a small. That one is a handspring mini, so that fits there. And the other little feature is there is a little key D-ring. Doesn't have to be for keys, I guess, but anything you want to keep anchored so you know where it is. It doesn't have the bungee, which I think a lot of people don't like. So they've allowed you to, I guess, put your own whatever you want on here. You can either clip your keys here, or if you have anything like a wallet that you want to clip so you always know where it is. But that's just, and what I like about it, it's on the side that's closest to the opening. So you only have to open the bag a little bit to be able to grab your keys and drop them back into the bag. So that is a quick review, a quick rundown of the Arpeggio. I hope that all the different things that I put in it gave you a really good sense of how big it was and how you can use it, where you can put stuff. But I actually really like this bag. I'm really glad I got it. It looks a lot nicer actually in real life than I was expecting. It's a little bit slouchy, but it does have like a really good shape to it. The brushed gray is actually quite nice. So yeah, it's actually it ends up being a really nice bag. There's some really fun colors. If you don't want something quite so subdued, there are some really great colors that are available. So if you want to have a bit more fun but still have that style bag, there are some good ones to choose from. Anyways, I hope that was helpful. Stay tuned for the end of this video. I've sort of attached some fact sheets that I pulled directly from the website with actual measurements and the features on it, with the video, so with the photos of the bag from all sides. And you can see a little bit as well what other colors are available. Hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Take care.